computing, why and why not. Thank you for attending, and we think that this is going to be a interesting and productive session as we get started here. Just a couple little bit of housekeeping. My name is Garbis with BMC Software, and I'll be the moderator of this session as well as a participant. And on the phone with me, very pleased to have two guests and participants in this panel. The first is Rich Ptak. Rich is the managing director and one of the co-founders of the analyst firm Ptak, Noel and Associates. And Ptak Noel is very well known in the industry, in the IT industry, as an analyst and consulting firm founded in 2001. And they really focus on helping IT organizations become proactive solution initiators using IT infrastructure and technology to help them address their business problems and help IT deliver value and help contribute to overall business success. So Rich has a background in a long background in areas such as being an engineer and product manager, as well as a variety of sales roles. And we're also very lucky to have Anand Jayaraman with us, who works as a director in infrastructure and infrastructure strategy and engineering group at Freddie Mac. And he's responsible, has overall responsible for Freddie Mac's infrastructure as a service initiative, which is giving them this strong foundation that they knew during their move towards cloud computing. And his technical career, he's got a long history in areas of application architecture, infrastructure management, security architecture, and has worked in a variety of different industries. And as I mentioned, I'm Jason Garbis. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing at BMC, and I focus on cloud computing and our data center automation products. And my background is I started out as a software engineer working at a variety of software vendors and moved into product management and product marketing. So thanks and welcome. And just want to check audio. Anand and Rich, are you there? Can we hear you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, that's Rich.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay, excellent. Great. So let's go ahead and get started. This is intended to be a pretty interactive session, and just for the sake of clarity, I'd like to ask everyone to please submit your questions through the Q&A box on the WebEx. That'll help us sort through those and avoid interruptions. We've got a couple of context-setting slides, and then we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the conversation. Obviously, we're talking about cloud computing as part of this overall Cloud Slam event. And as with anything else, it's good to start with a definition, and this is the United States National Institute for Standards and Technology definition of cloud computing, and this is clearly just a summary of it. But the idea behind this is that cloud computing in general, as a model for running IT operations or running the compute infrastructure, is providing convenient and on-demand access over a network to this shared pool of computing resources. And when we talk about computing resources, it's really the full complement, the full stack of things that you might need at different levels, whether it's a plain vanilla operating system, whether it's the storage attached to those, whether it's application components, or the software as a service running on top of those. And there are certain attributes or characteristics of this that are common around having a system that can rapidly provision and deprovision these services. Do so in a way that doesn't require a lot of human intervention and promotes the availability of services. And by that we mean not just uptime, but also the rapid responsiveness to the business. And I wonder, Rich and Anand, if you have any thoughts or comments around this definition of whether it's too narrow or too broad, and how you see, in your roles both as an analyst and as a practitioner of this, how this model applies.
Rich, do you want to mention something, or?
Well, why don't you go first, Anand?
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everyone, for coming to this session. What I also see as part of a cloud computing platform is just not the concept of provisioning, deprovisioning, getting up infrastructure, getting out of infrastructure. It's this whole management life cycle, or what we deem as an infrastructure ecosystem. All these components which touch your infrastructure, license management, compliance and audit, whether you want to build chargeback into your systems, how you want to do capacity planning, whether your new system needs to be self-aware, self-healing, all these concepts are really necessitated and or an extension to your cloud computing platform. So when you truly build your cloud, you got to make sure all these attributes are considered and can be built into your platform. That's my comment there.
Okay.
And I would add to that you have to keep in mind that it's not simply the functioning of the background technology, but the utilization of the IT and provisioning of services from IT. It's the services that come not just from IT, but the services that are delivered on behalf of all of the various different functions in the business. It's a business decision and involves looking at taking a comprehensive view of what IT's role is in the company and how that role is going to be accomplished and how the actual mechanism of accomplishment or the model that is being followed by the delivery of IT services, how that is implemented and how the responsibilities associated with that are managed and delivered. Because IT's role, first and foremost in the company, is not simply the management of the technology or the introduction of new technologies, but actually contributing to the overall success and accomplishment of the business goals. And I think that's what I have to say and add at this point.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anand.
I was about to say that's a very valid point, Rich, because in most cases, IT is an enabler for your business. And in most companies, business drives the need for IT technology. So
exactly.
That has to be taken care of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm wondering if what you're seeing is today a stronger emphasis on the so-called IT business alignment and what that really means. I mean, I remember, this was a long time ago, but in my second job as a programmer, I was working in IT in a manufacturing company, and my second day I had a one-on-one session with the CIO of this company, and I'm like a 23-year-old programmer, and I was a little bit nervous about this. So he asked me, "What do you think your job is, Jason?" And I said, "Well, it's easy. I'm a programmer. My job is to write software and it's to do this stuff." And he said, "No, that's not your job. Your job is to help us sell what we manufacture, which is lighting fixtures."